Hey, what's happening, guys? Let's say that you have a conductor that runs from point A to point B and is terminated at either end. And you need to take a tap off of that and come down here to point C. How are we going to do it? I mean, electrically, you would draw it simply like this. But this here, in and of itself, is a can of worms. In my opinion, there is no good way to do this without the help of an outside tool. And that's what we're going to talk about today. We're going to talk about T-tap connectors. And yes, this video is sponsored by Solderstick. They sent me these T-tap connectors free of charge for me to tell you about them. But I think they're a good idea, and I'm going to show you why. Okay? So let's start off here. I've just got some 22 gauge stranded wire. And we want to do basically, we'll make the yellow one our main wire, and this our branch. We basically want to create this that we did in the drawing. Well, how are we going to do it? Well, we could strip. That's what fell with my wire strippers. We can strip a little bit of wire off of here. But you see what kind of happens? We got careless whiskers there. And now we have more coming off. So we have lessened the integrity of that wire. And now we have to do that to the middle of this wire. Well, there's all kinds of ways to do it. You can get you a single edge razor blade and very carefully cut off that insulation, and I mean very carefully. What we're trying to avoid here at all costs is removing any more of the strands, which is therefore any more of the current carrying capacity of this wire. For every strand we lose, we are losing current carrying capacity. We are making this wire weaker. Now, this type of a splice, known as a T-splice, used to be really popular back in the days when they did what was called knob and tube wiring. Hang on, I'm going to fish this out of here. Alright, so I just spent like 5 minutes as carefully as I could getting the wire separated from the insulation. You see I've still got a couple careless whiskers. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to twist the wire like so, and it's been damaged. So then the technique I would use to join these is just like a butt splice, kind of, with the wires all twisted together. I wind one tightly as I can around the other. Something like that. And then we can solder it. Now, other than losing the current carrying capabilities because we've made the wire thinner by losing some strands, you know, electrically, it'll probably be okay. But how are we going to insulate that now? Yep. I can shove some shrink tubing, butt it up there, butt it up there, butt it up there. But you know, there's always going to be a gap. So somebody might have said, well, you didn't have to do that. What if you just burned the insulation off? All right, well, here's a little butane torch. Yeah, you can burn the insulation off, but you know, it's still nasty. It's still ugly. So there is a better way. T-tap connectors. Mostly we're going to see work done like this. Automotive, outdoor, you know, off-road type stuff. So red 22 to 18 gauge. Again, we have our 22 gauge wire right here. So what we do is we just get some red, just like this. We put the wire in there. We click this down, and I gotta find my pliers. One moment. Get you a pair of pliers. Click that down on there. Now we're good. Oops. And all we need to do now is get our branch wire, strip it, like so. Put the wire into here. Then we need to crimp it. Now, I don't have proper crimpers on me right now, so we're going to try and use some of these super powerful crushing, but yeah, I don't think they're going to do it. Maybe. We'll find out. I didn't crush that good enough. One moment, please. All right, we got it together now. Just had to fudge it a little bit. So, let us take our multimeter and put it on either end of this wire. And as you can see here, whoops, no, you can't see, can you? We're like 0.9 ohms, so we're good to go. So to add in your branch, you simply plug it in. Just like that. And now, when we put the wires on there, we connect up our branch wire. And there we go. We actually have less resistance on the branch wire than we do on the main, and then we're just going to take this off here and flip it over to the other side. Oops. Kind of hard to do with one hand. 1 second. Just to make sure we have connection all the way through. So using a product like this allows you to get a good, solid connection that's neat, clean, and professional. So these are the Solderstick T-tap connector kit. They're available for $29 right now. And if you look down below, you'll see a code where you can save even more and a link to where you can buy these. So I hope you learned something today, and I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, give me a thumbs up. Feel free to comment, share, and don't forget to subscribe. Big thanks to Solderstick. Big thanks to the patrons. Big thanks to you guys for watching. That's it. I'm out. Peace.